Alright, we are here in Orberg City, but I won't be talking too much about the actual game. I'm going to be talking a lot about the Ilya KOVALCHUK saga, as we get escorted to the gym by this little dweeb. Honestly, when I heard it, I was as shocked as everyone else. This is a guy in the prime of his career, for a very good team, that, made it to the Stanley Cup final last year. And then he just decides to retire, quote-unquote, and in reality, he's going to the KHL. To play for SK St. Petersburg, where he played during the lockout. I think that's a bit of a classless move, partially because it's like, why did you, knowing that if you knew you wanted to go home at some point during your NHL career, what was the point of signing that ridiculously long contract and potentially screwing the Devils over for many years? Because consider, they gave up 2 draft picks for that, including their first rounder last year, which, unless they have so many things go right at once, which, if everything goes right at once, the Devils might have a shot at the playoffs. But not at the Stanley Cup, obviously. I mean, this year, they're just going to be asking for so much out of so many different people. They're going to need Chloe to forget last season. They're going to need, Henrique to bounce back. Although most of Henrique's problems were injury-related. He was hurt during the lockout. Let's see, who else do they need to step up? Those two. They're asking Schneider, basically, to stand on his head for the entire season. And this is a guy that may have just screwed over the Devils franchise. And yeah, it gives them a ridiculous amount of cap room, and apparently they're either close to, or by the time this is uploaded, already signed Damian Brunner. I mean, Brunner's a serviceable player, don't get me wrong, but they'd be basing it off of one half season with the Detroit Red Wings, and, well, let's just say it's a half season on the Red Wings. I'm not really going to use this cube in battle, by the way. It's mostly an HM slave, but it was the first encounter, so I suppose it's nice to have. Yeah, screw naming. Because I'm talking about him, I'm just going to name him Ilya. Because I'm talking about KOVALCHUK. And overall, the New Jersey Devils as a whole. But, had he known he was going to go back at some point to Russia, why did he agree to that long contract? I mean, it baffles me. It just blows my mind. I don't know, I might be the only person that thinks that. But this also sets a precedent. This is why teams are so, nervous about drafting KHLers. This is why, Nikushkin dropped to 10 or whatever he was eventually taken at. I forget where Dallas picked. Apologize for that. I just went and bought some stuff. Didn't really matter much. But yeah, this is why KHLers aren't going to be drafted highly. Russians altogether. They're a free item, as well. And you saw Nikushkin drop this year, Grigorenko the year before. Although Grigorenko is partially because he had mono during the playoffs. This is just bad. And Sergei Fedorov, has gone out and said that he wants to recruit as many Russian players from the NHL as possible to come back. And that should scare you if you're a fan of Washington, Pittsburgh, at all. Even going back to Nikushkin, even Tarasenko. With the Blues. Ooh, I might use that. Crap, I really have nothing to fight this thing with. I'm just gonna use bubble and pray that it doesn't kill. Because I might not actually use this. Oh. Wow. Ow. But yeah. People are not going to look at Russian players the same. Maybe Don Cherry does have a point with his crazy rants after all. Oh, game, why are you so cruel? Also, I propose that in one of the next NHL games, they need to have the KHL in it. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on this whole Kovalchuk ordeal. Apparently his sister said he might come back after 3 seasons. And part of why he went back was because he didn't feel the Devils could win a Stanley Cup. Which doesn't make sense. I mean, come on, they were the conference champions. And this year they completely flopped because everyone got hurt. Actually, you know what this year's team reminded me of? Reminded me of the Wild last year. Got off to such a terrific start, then got derailed by injuries. Oh my god. I just bought a completely set of 5, too. And this would be number 5. So I may just have to just kill this thing. Oh, of course. Game, why are you so cool? Get out of my office. I say that a lot when I'm playing the ASHL. Because I tend to play goalie there. So yeah, what else is there to talk about? I already talked about the Payarvi for Perron and the Burmistrov situation with him going to the KHL. And again, I'd be concerned if I'm Washington because, I mean, Ovechkin is definitely staying, well, almost definitely staying. But you should be worried about Kuznetsov. Is he ever going to come over? And he's probably the premier prospect in the league right now, the best player in the world outside of North America. With all due respect to Alexander Radulov. And the occasional diamond in the rough in, like, Sweden or Finland. Like how you had, Fost come over. And also, although he didn't really tear up the NHL, he was pretty good in the AHL. Christopher Nilstorp for Dallas. I don't know. But the KHL means business. Some people didn't even think it was going to come off the ground, and now look at it. It absorbed freaking Joker. You know, one of the historic Finnish teams. So yeah, there's that. Come on! What else is there to talk about? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. My screen's a little wibbly-bobbly right now. What the hell are the Oilers doing? Like, they seem to be going after everybody now, and it's really making me a little nervous. Crossing into the Western Conference. Okay, Encounter-Rate, you can settle down now. You can settle down now. That includes you, guy. Anyway, what was I talking about again? I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the Oilers, what they're doing. Although for a rebuilding team, like, signing Ferentz was a good move. I just wish the Jets would have done it. Ditch Klitzum, bring in Ferentz. And Klitzum's just gonna be seriously overpaid this year. They're paying him like $2 million a year. Which means they're gonna put him in the top 4. And that makes me a little concerned. Because that means you got a top 4 Bufflin, Enstrom, Klitzum, Bogosian. You're gonna have to eventually trade one of the defensemen, preferably Stewart or Bufflin, because you've locked up long-term Enstrom. You're probably going to give Bogosian a long-term contract, and you have Trouba, Postma, and Redmond coming up, all at the same time. Ow. That did a lot more than it should have. Whatever, I should be able to survive another one. Oh lord. This has me a little worried. Oh wow, you're an idiot. But I think the Jets are now a playoff team for next year, if they can get a second-line center, unless Shifley is going to prove himself capable of doing that. I mean, Frolik, KOVALCHUK, etc. All upgrades over Thorburn. I'd even say Wright. Setoguchi's an improvement over Mietin and Wellwood and everyone else they tried to put on the second-line right wing. It's it's gonna be weird, though. And people say the only reason we were competitive was because we were in the Southeast. We actually had a winning record outside of the Southeast last season. If only we could actually get a real goalie sometime this millennium. Thankfully, they got the memo and drafted Eric Comrie, who's ranked number 2 in terms of goalies this year. Heal up. Game, you hate me. I wanted that Onyx. But yeah. So the TLDR, or TL didn't listen to version of my KOVALCHUK rant. This is setting a precedent. Yet, if you're a fan of any team with an up-and-coming or in their prime Russian, you should be a little worried. Or even like a Czech or Latvian or something, because they have teams in the Czech. They have a team in Slovakia, Bratislava. As I said before, Lev Praha, Beresistana in Kazakhstan, Dynamo Riga. Wait, didn't I put... Oh, this is bad. Get out of there. Ow. That might be a little painful. I'll load this. Yeah, New Jersey, they just need so much to go right to even be competitive this year. And they can't even do that for Ekblad because they don't have a first-round pick. Although, could you imagine Ekblad and Urban together on the same D pair? That'd be a little bit intimidating. Plus, Ekblad is more offensive than Urban. Urban's more of a shutdown guy, who will hopefully get a shot this year now that they've traded Cylinder. Because I'm very high on Urban. Oh, for crying out loud. That's not my phone, by the way. Don't crap the bed here. You better learn water gun or something soon. I'm sick of using Bubble. Bubble sucks. Bubble. Good. That did a lot. And killed it. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to talk about. It's the doldrums of the hockey off-season. Oh lord. See, really... New Jersey, yeah, they're close to signing Brunner. They just need so much to go right. They need Henrique to bounce back. The Clarkson contract by Toronto was really dumb, though. And you're gonna pay a guy like $5 million for what, 6 years, was it? 7 years, who has scored 40 points in his career exactly one time. That was, 2 years ago when he had that 30-goal year playing with Parise. And all these hockey people are saying, oh my god, this is a great off-season for Toronto. They really haven't done much to improve themselves. I mean, they traded assets for a goalie they didn't need. They didn't need Bernier because, well, Reimer had such a good year last year. They gave bad contracts to Clarkson and Bozak, bought out probably the guy that should have been their number one center last year. Oh, I should probably buy some potions. Brain fart. I don't know what they're trying to do, because honestly, I don't think they're trying to do anything. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were back out of the playoffs next year. Because they don't strike me as, you know, the team that everyone hypes them up to be. I mean, maybe it's just because they're the Leafs and they play in the center of the universe. I mean, you're trading for stuff you don't need. You're buying out the center that you do need. And someone's going to get their hands on Grabowski. And they're going to make the Leafs pay for it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh crap, do I still have Shadow at the front? I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm not really understanding what they're doing. Don't really understand what Vancouver's doing. I mean, they traded Schneider. They could have gotten so much more, even though Edmonton's a division rival. The package they were supposed to get from them was a top prospect, a first-round pick, and I believe it was either a second-round pick or a roster player. And yet, instead they elect to go for, just Schneider straight up for 9th, which was Bo Horvat. And I'm not going to take anything away from Horvat. He's a good player, but come on. That's not fair value. And the Canucks really... And Shinkarik was sort of dropped into their lap. There's probably a reason why he dropped. Whenever someone drops that far in the draft, there's usually a reason. Like a couple years ago when Angelo Esposito was supposed to go in the top 5 and wound up going 20th to Pittsburgh. We knew why, because he ultimately went on to be a bust, and I think he's playing in Italy now. And the only reason he was really that great in junior was because of, he played with Alexander Radulov. You know, the best player in the world, or the best prospect at that point. That wasn't in the NHL yet. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to switch here. Because I am screeched. And he's got his ace, which has really high attack coming in. Peck. Nah, better than water sport. That's just useless. Huzzah. Yep, that's his ace. He's gonna send out Ilya. Again, he's really just sort of there for rock smash. What can I do to annoy this thing? I don't even think Ilya has anything. Oh, let's see if I can't lower its defense. Yeah, goodbye, Ilya. You're not living that. Or you will. But you're gonna die next turn. Unless he decides to go headbutt. I will welcome that. Yep, goodbye, Ilya. And we have our first edition of the Graveyard over on the right side. Meaning I have to teach Rock Smash to something else. This is bad. Friggin' Stealth Rock. I'm gonna growl. This thing's attack is ridiculous. I might have an X defend on me, actually. Do I? That'd be great. Yes, I do! Nah. Unless you use it again, in which case you're a douche. Okay, you're a douche. Do you know anything else other than Near and Pursuit? Because that's all you seem to be using. Come on, take it down. Oh, yikes, that didn't do anything. Neither am I. Let's do this. Oh wow, you're an idiot. You're an absolute moron. You're an idiot. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Don't you dare use Pursuit. Oh, you little douchebag. Live. Oh my god, that was way too close. Oh my god, that gave me heart failure. Just finish it. Finish it. Finish it. Oh my god, that was so close. You're dead. I would have flipped. I love you, quick attack. Okay. So I somehow miraculously didn't lose that. Just shut up and give me the badge. Oh my god. Like, literally, I'm shaking a little bit. Oh great, that move. Okay, the king of competitive play. Yeah, not really a whole lot to say. I'll decide on a Rock Smasher later. Ah. Permanent box station. Yeah. So this will be my graves. And I'll just end it here. Okay, bye.